Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver's resource page. Oh, whoa, whoa. Unit 6, Lesson 5 homework, and y'all already know we don't waste any time. Alright, I admit that sounded really bad, but we're gonna move on, because y'all know I always like to sing at the start, because y'all hate it when I sing. So, let's get into it. Caitlin has 12 quarters in her pocket. Each quarter weighs 16 grams. How many milligrams of quarters are in Caitlin's pockets? Alright, so y'all already know how we doing. We're practicing Mr. Oliver's 7 steps to success, attacking word problems on tests. So we ain't gonna waste no time. Y'all already know step 1 is when you retell or paraphrase the problem into your own words, aka getting the gist. What I want you to do is write a 1-sentence gist that paraphrases what is happening in this problem. For example, this one I'll probably be like, all right, Caitlin's got some quarters. Notice how I'm not really so much worried about the numbers. We'll get to the numbers, when we jot our key information. But basically, Caitlin got some quarters. Each quarter weighs this certain amount, and that weight is in grams. I cheated a little bit, but that weight is in grams. We are trying to tell you what the total weight of the quarters is in milligrams. And I apologize again, because I keep telling y'all to do a 1-sentence gist, and then I come and I do like a really long gist that's way more than 1 sentence. But I'm working on that. But yeah, just do your best to put it in just 1 sentence. All right, now we need to jot the key information necessary for solving this problem. Let's see what's important here. 12 quarters are important, obviously. We need to know the amount of quarters. The weight of each quarter, 16 grams. We need that. We also need how many milligrams, because we're trying to figure out that would be the end of our journey. So we need to definitely need those 3 things. And also our conversion rate. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So there's a lot important in this problem. Okay, now y'all already know, and don't even whine. I want you to draw a visual model with pictures and labels that represent this problem. I don't want to hear y'all go, I can't even start, I can't draw. I don't know how to draw. That's how y'all be sounding. I don't know how to draw, miss. Like I said, there's no wrong answer at this point. This is just you putting your imagination on the paper so you get like a visual, so then you can start picturing the, put yourself in Caitlin's shoes so you can really picture what she's got going on. Have an out-of-body experience so you can see what Caitlin's got going on, okay? And like, for example, what I would probably draw is like, I might draw Caitlin with some quarters, but I'll probably just draw a bunch of quarters. I draw a bunch of quarters and then probably label the weight of those quarters and probably just go from there. That would be what I would do. All right. So devise a strategy with steps for solving this problem. This is when you want to read the problem again and then go about just trying to figure out how are you going to go about solving it. Is it 1 steps? Is it 2 steps? Is it 3 steps? How would y'all go about solving this problem? What would be your first step? I'm not hearing anything. Why am I not hearing anything? Why are you not speaking to me? Why do you always do this? Okay, so since you don't want to come up with a strategy, I'll come up with a strategy. First thing you want to do is probably come up with a total weight for Caitlin's quarters. How are we going to do that? We got 12 quarters, and each quarter I think is 16 grams. I would probably just go about multiplying those. Multiply the number of quarters by the weight of each quarter. Then we could get a total weight in grams. I would multiply to get the total weight of the grams. And then what we need to do is and then find a way to convert them into milligrams. So that would be my plan. Multiply to get the total weight in grams and then convert everything to milligrams. So let's go ahead and estimate our solution. And we'll go ahead and just do a real quick estimation where it's like, because we don't need something completely accurate. How about this? Let's just round the quarters. Instead of saying 12, we could just say 10. Because estimation is really not about getting the exact answer. We just want to get something real quick. Like, I'm going to round 12 quarters to 10 quarters. and then we'll round up 16 grams, we'll round to 15 grams. And then when we do 10 times 15, that'll be 150. So we know our answer should be somewhere around like near it, just in the ballpark of like 150 grams. And then what's going to happen is when we do our 150 grams, and then when we do our conversion to milligrams, we're going to have to multiply that by 1,000. So it'll be, I guess our answer should be somewhere around like 150,000, which actually, like, yeah, let's go for it. I think that's a good strategy. I think it's good. I think it's good. We should do that. We should do that. So let's do that. All right, y'all. We estimated our solution. Now it's time to just go ahead and solve, man. Let's go ahead and solve. We said our step one, we should go about just getting the total in grams. You will do that by multiplying 12 times 16. And when you do that, I believe, I want you guys to double check me, but I believe you will get 192, okay? So you get 192 grams. Now we need to talk about converting those grams into milligrams. All right, so what type of journey is this? Okay, since y'all don't want to speak, yeah, the journey is from grams to milligrams. Grams are larger than milligrams, so we need to go from big to small. From bigger units to smaller units, it's going to take more units. So you're going to multiply, and our conversion rate is 1,000. So let's go ahead and do that. 192 times 1,000. It's going to move 192 to the left 3 places. Or like I said yesterday, you can start looking at, if it's easier to think like it's so hard to move the whole number to the left, how about just move the decimal point the opposite way? Because when you're doing that, that's really what you're doing. So just take 192, and when you do multiply it by 1,000, let's say you're moving that decimal point to the right 3 times, or you're moving the number to the left 3 times, your answer should be 192,000 either way. All right? And y'all know our last step. Let's use reasoning. Let's see if our answer makes any sense. All right? And 192,000, we can compare it to our estimation, which was like 150,000. Which isn't so far off. And it makes sense because our estimation wasn't really the most accurate estimation in the world. So it's like, yeah, I think we're ready. It's good. I think that was pretty good. How do y'all feel about that? I don't really care. I don't really care because y'all won't talk to the screen. Won't talk through the screen. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, my 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success, problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success. Attack and work problems on tests. My 7 steps to success.